Good morning. Yeah, they've been here for about 15 minutes. We'll let you take a look. They have put up what's called a longhouse. It's a traditional Native American house, and they are protesting the liquid natural gas plant proposed in Tacoma, which is currently under construction, though it does not have the proper permits. And that's part of the reason why they're out here, and they put up the structure to say, hey, if you guys can build without proper permits, I guess we can too. I have Paul Wagner here. You have been to many of these LNG protests. Tell us why you guys decided to come out here this morning.
Yeah, you know, Puget Sound Energy has put an 8 million gallon bomb on the Puyallup estuary. That's a 3.5 mile blast zone. They do not have the proper permits. They don't have the permits from the fire department. They don't have the permits from Puget Sound Clean Air Energy, and it's on the Puyallup estuary. It's literally on their estuary. It is illegal.
I should say real fast, Jim, if you could come back over here for a second, that these folks did file for a permit out here actually last week. This is the permit they asked for the city of Bellevue to put their longhouse out here, and of course this permit has not been approved. That's part of the, I guess, irony of all of this that you guys are trying to get across, that you can build without a permit too.
Yeah, we can put a structure up, a peaceful structure. And the difference is that this structure represents peace for the children of today and tomorrow. It has solar panels on it, it has wind power, it's made of natural materials. It will not explode. It will not have a 3.5 mile blast zone. The structure that PSE has put up on the Puyallup estuary is not at peace with the children. It is not at peace with the future of our children either.
I should also say a little bit about liquid natural gas. You'd hear from Puget Sound Energy and others in the industry that it is cleaner burning fossil fuel than others, and that is true, about 50 to 60% less carbon dioxide emissions. But in the fracking process, a lot of methane gas can be released, and that is actually worse than those other fossil fuels. So protesters like yourself are really against it from that perspective, that it can cause water contamination and other problems for climate change.
Liquefied natural gas is not a natural product. It's fracked, they pump chemicals into the earth, it's destroying water tables. All it takes is 3% leakage and it's as dirty as coal. That's current science. We are not able to continue with fossil fuel in this fashion. If we want to have a future, if we want to have clean water, if we want to have a climate for our children to live in, we cannot continue with fossil fuel. This is fossil fuel that we're talking about.
And this is also part of really ramped up protests that started with the Dakota Access Pipeline and have continued on into this year. And the more that I cover these and speak to folks like yourself, Paul, I hear that you guys are going to really continue to make it more difficult for these power companies and fossil fuel agencies to do their jobs. And it appears that this is part of that. You are blocking one of their main entrances today.
Absolutely. As an Indigenous person, as these people are learning about what it means to be Indigenous, our people that we work with, other organizations, the Creator created us this way. The Creator gave us these sacred promises to take care of all these living beings around us and take care of the future generations. We have to do this. This is who we are. There's no choice. And as the world wakes up to the fact of who we are as human beings, we're to care for all the beings above us. And that's why we're here, to care for them, to stand on our treaty rights, because our treaty rights say that you cannot harm the salmon. You cannot, by the supreme law of the land, you cannot harm the salmon. And what they're doing is threatening those salmon. It's illegal. Puget Sound Energy's LNG plant on the Puyallup estuary is illegal by the supreme law of the land.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate it. Again, outside the PSE headquarters in downtown Bellevue, where protesters are blocking the main entrance, and we'll have more coming up. Live, Allison Morrow, King 5 News, back to you.